The subject for today is to talk very directly, very candidly, street smart practical. Short man like me, I'm 5 feet 3 inches in my height. Considered by all a dwarf, a troll, a gnome. I want to talk about creepy guy versus cool guy. Tall dude versus short dude. And set the record straight. I want to talk some practical talk. I want to talk some truth. Unless the small shorty, like me, is born again hard tough, unless he's hard muscled from the head to the toe. And when I say hard, I mean tough, Jack. Bodybuilding. He has to bodybuild. He has to pump the iron, drive that iron, predicated on his phenotype. You're not going to train for contests. You can't win any contests. You're not going to train. You'll do the best you can to train for balance and aesthetics. It's going to be very difficult. You train for a tough, hard, strong body. The hardest, strongest, best developed small muscle you can put on that's functional and strong. I want your body hard boned. It's combat out there, my friend. It's a war out there for the short, small man. You're going to hear a lot of bullshit, a lot of crap. Talk by those who don't know what the hell they're talking about. Every insult that there is to take, I took it as a short man. Every rejection, visceral, repulsive rejection from women, I took it. Short, small man. Not prepared, not street smart tough, not competitive. Short man, my short friend, my short challenged friend. You gotta be well prepared. You gotta really be born again hard. Your appearance is everything. Do not start training with the weights and put on a muscle shirt. You haven't earned it. You look like a fool. Don't let false ego lead you into doing stupid things. He has to know when to give ground to his tall opponent. You have to know when the battle's over with. You're losing the battle. Retreat, man! Get the hell out of there. Do it under your own power. Do it fast. Do it now. Don't wait for the situation to explode in your face. Nip it in the bud. Do not let this malignancy, this cancer of aggression and insult, evolve. To do that, you have to be in shape. I like Doc Thompson's verbal judo. But remember one thing, it sure does help if you look like Doc Thompson. It sure does help if you're an expert in martial arts. And it definitely helps if you have a good cobra to back up that chameleon. The chameleon is the actor. The chameleon's the showman. The chameleon's the one who has a show personality out there for effect. But to do that, he must, if everything goes wrong, if his personality, his sweet personality, his charm, doesn't work, he needs a tough, hard cobra to back up the chameleon. The cobra strikes when least expected. My message, you have to be steel tough. Take it from the man who knows. I've been broken by every whiplash insult it's possible to perpetrate against a man. Here's some examples. When I was in high school, I was like Elliot Rodger. I was weak, I was short, I was puny. And the word going around, what would you be doing with any woman? It would be totally ridiculous. You are a repulsive, ugly little man. A teacher once told me, Art Cohen, an art teacher, and I grew up in a tough school in the East Bronx, and he told me the only way to stop the bullying, now listen to this and listen to it carefully, you pick on the medium bully. It's a team of bullies. One is the tough guy bully, the naturally tough, street tough punk. You take a medium bully, practice the move over and over again. When you're in class, this is public school now, or even high school, when you're in class and the bully harasses you in class, I want you to take your ruler. Now, you have natural weapons with you. Take your ruler, whirl around, he will not be expecting it, and smash him in the face with that ruler. Keep on going until I pull you off. You'll put a stop to it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Of course, you don't go for the real bully. You go for the wannabe bullies. They try to break the circle at its weakest point. Break the chain, I should say, at its weakest point. Don't look for anybody. Don't go to you mama and cry to you mama. Mama, the boys are doing this. The boys are calling me names. The girls are laughing at me. Elliot Rodger. And cry and take and cry and get your mama to fight for you. The only way is to grab the bull by the horns and handle it yourself. Takes a lifetime to learn that simple message. Takes a lifetime. Beware of the bullshit admonishers out there who will give you false hope, false confidence. Many's the time I've been set up for the mock. Good example, Broadway Mark. Broadway Mark was the stud of the neighborhood. Allegedly, he was going to fix me up with some real nice Italian women. I love Italian women. I love Puerto Rican women. And he said, I'm going to fix you up. I saw the women. He had the best. He was tall. You know, all the other bullshit that goes along with it. He had the street strength. He had the personality for the women. All the other bullshit that goes along with what I'm saying here. Sure, he fixed me up. He fixed me up for the laugh. He knew the women would laugh at me and make fun out of me and stroke me. You heard what I'm saying. They stroked me. They lied to me. I had no choice. For the fantasy, for the hope, I had to believe it. I had to believe it. It was that or nothing. That's the street of hard knocks, my friend. I call it New York City, street of broken dreams, street of smashed dreams. I call it another time. I was finished my workout at Minicello's, Tommy Minicello's, and I walks down Broadway. It's a cold, bitter night. And I walks down Broadway and walk over to the Peppermint. It's about, from Minicello's, it's about half a mile, maybe a little more. Rain is driving, it's cold. And I want to get into the Peppermint Lounge. And I looks in, just looking in the window. And the women in that Peppermint complain to the bouncer. Who this ugly, repulsive little man looking in the window? It's creeping us out. I'm outside the Peppermint. I didn't even go in. Out comes the bouncer. Who is the bouncer? It's what's his name? One of the bodybuilders. He comes out. He says, "You are creeping the women out. I'm going to have to ask you to leave." Just standing outside the Peppermint, looking in the window. Another time, I'm walking down Broadway. Some performer is doing Sinatra imitation. So I stands on the street, and I'm looking in at the entertainer. Some man says, "You a scary, creepy-looking dude," and my wife is complaining. "I want you to leave this." You believe the attitude and the pomposity of a thing like that? She wants you to get the hell out of here. This is New York style, buddy. This is New York style. What you say to a son of a bitch like that, but you better be able to back it up. You better have that cobra to back it up. You say, "You pompous son of a bitch. Who in the hell do you think you are talking to me like that? I'm watching Sinatra work. I'm in the street. Who in the hell do you think you are, you pompous son of a bitch?" You grab what my point in saying this is, you don't save a thing like that for a rainy day. You grab the bull by the horns and you take care of it immediately. Verbal abuse. If some son of a bitch comes to you with attitude, and out of the blue, you get verbally abused, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about He comes in cold, attacks you. What you say to that son of a bitch, hold it right there. Hold it right. But you can't be afraid of him physically. That's the point. You need that cobra to back you up. I wouldn't even go with the verbal judo. I'd say, hold it right there. If I had a good cobra to back me, hold it right there. Now you listen to me. Before you say anything, you better change your attitude. You better show me some respect. I'm going to listen to what you have to say very carefully, and then I'm going to tell you, shut up. Now I'm talking. Now you're going to listen to me. Grab the bull by the horns. Don't play with a thing like that. If some individual comes out of the blue and insults you with verbal abuse, who in the hell do you think you are talking to me like that? And then you tell your side. And you tell it, you're right. He'll tell you he's right. The hell with him. You tell your side. Get and push your side right back in the asshole's face. Hard in that asshole's face. And that's how you handle it. Just as simple as that. Anything else is phony admonishment, bullshit, fairy tale. I'm the man who knows.